we're about to launch the world's most boring app. And I actually can't wait to tell you about it. Because I think that if you live in the UK, you're probably going to love it as much as I do, if not more. See, the reason this is the world's most boring app is because it literally does almost nothing. The only thing it does, it allows you to snap a photo of the receipt that you have, and then it categorizes it. And then at the end of the fiscal year, it plops out a table with all of the allowable expenses according to the HMRC that you can then take as a summary and use to submit your P87 form to get up to £500 back. There is a way. Did you know that there's a way? A lot of people don't. If you live in England, to claim up to £500 tax return every single year. And this is if you have £2,500 in allowable expenses. And this is not for the self-employed. No, it's not. This is for every Tom, Dick and Harry, and probably David and Rebecca, because I think these are England's most common names. Yeah. So if you're in employment, let's say you're a nurse, and every single year you have to buy yourself at least a couple of pairs of orthopedic shoes, because otherwise you will die from the pain in your feet. Or you have to buy yourself scrubs because you need them for work. But those don't count towards the expenses that you are allowed to claim at work. But still, it's something that you buy just because you got to work with it. Well, you can actually take this money and claim them towards your expenses, and you can get your taxes back on that. So yeah, it's up to £500. It's basically a ratio. It's 20% of up to £2,500. Now, if you're self-employed, obviously you can do your self-assessment, and this is how you submit your taxes. This is how you get taxes back. But if you are not self-employed, if you're merely a person on a contract, on a regular payee contract, and you still want to take the opportunity that everybody else is taking, well, you can. You can. Why did we need the Peseta app, however, if this is already done and the government has already made it clear and the P87 form is so freaking easy to complete? Well, because have you ever tried to hold on to a receipt? I have, and it's problematic. If it doesn't end up in my laundry, then a few months down the line, the ink will probably just have completely vanished. And over the course of the 6 years now that I've been living in the UK, I have done this every single year, and I hate this process. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. So sorry about the passion. But collecting receipts for 12 months and then sitting and giving it a full day, or probably sometimes more, because I don't have the patience to actually sit on my computer and go through receipts for a full day. But collecting receipts for 12 months is a pain in the behind. The thing is that in order to be able to claim these expenses, you've got to be remarkably organized. You actually have to collect them receipts. You probably need to have a digital version of them. So let's say store a photo, put it in a folder somewhere. You then have to categorize them in probably a spreadsheet, because how else are you going to do that? Or a notebook. And then you have to do the summary of, in this category, I have this many expenses. In this category, I have this many expenses. And this is the total amount. Like, this is how much I can claim. That is painful. That is painful. And a while back, struggling with that, as I would, around my birthday, which is so very unfortunate every single year, I had to go through that process again. But luckily, at that time in my life, my sister was dating a software developer. And one day I just shared that pain. And, well, he said, you know what, I can do it. I said, well, you can do what? He said, I can make the app. And I said, oh my fuck, God, do it. And he did it. He did it. And I'm over the moon. And the app is actually even pretty. Boring, granted, but it's pretty. And it's about to launch. So if you're curious, and if you would also like to claim your expenses, and if you've been suffering the same way that I have, head over to peseta.app right now. This is the website. It's called Peseta. Ironically, neither one of us is Spanish. We are an international gang, but neither one of us has anything to do with Spain, except for dreaming to be there. So if you are curious, head over to peseta.app and subscribe, because those who subscribe before we launch the app will get a free year on us. And don't ask me when we're going to launch it. We don't know. We are mere living, breathing human beings with full-time jobs. We're doing our best. We're almost there. Just bear with us. But subscribe to get a free year. And we'll let you know once we launch.